Hey besties, it's Lisa Marie with Crafting My Best Life with Lisa Marie. I'm so glad you're here. If you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, I love you so much. Thank you for coming back. It's great to see you. Today, we'll be making winter DIYs in the modern farmhouse style. I can't wait for you to see them. Let's get started. I found this really cool standing type of a sign at the Goodwill, and I got this for $2.99. I know that seems a little high, but our Goodwills are not cheap here for some reason. I'm going to use my heat tool that I got at Amazon to melt off some of that adhesive and get rid of those tags. If I mentioned that I got something at Amazon and it's something that you need too, check out the link in my description box to my Amazon store and you can find all those items there. Next, I'm going to sand the whole thing just so it's a little bit easier to paint, even though I am going to use chalk paint. And of course, I'll use my Ladybug vacuum to clean up all the little dust from sanding. Now I'm going to take my Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint and I'm going to cover the entire thing, every single part of it. Then after it's painted, and I did do about 2 coats, I'm going to take that little square and just trace out a square shape and some really cute scrap of paper that I got at Hobby Lobby. And this is going to be a 2-sided sign. So it's like 2 DIYs kind of for the price of 1. And I'm going to cut out some pieces of each of those scrapbook papers because each side will be different. And I'm just going to create sort of like a border around what's going to be a smaller square. So I'm just measuring that out right now. And then I'm going to cut each of those pieces for the front and back of my sign. Once I have those cut out, I am going to use my glue stick from the Dollar Tree and I'm just going to cover it generously and I'm going to put the pieces one on each side, and then I'm going to use that open white square for something else. I'm going to use my brayer from Amazon. I'm just going to make sure that each of those pieces of scrapbook paper are really adhering to the sign. Next, I'm going to take a nail file. You could use any kind of sandpaper, and I'm just going to go around all the edges and clean up any excess little pieces of scrapbook paper, and it comes right off and cleans it up. Then I got these dowels at Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to measure. I'm going to put dowels around that inner white square and then around the entire thing. I'm going to use my miter shears from Amazon. Super easy to cut with these. It's no pressure at all. I'm just going to measure and do this for both sides. And then I'm going to use hot glue, and I'm going to adhere them to both the front and the back. Now, I was thinking about staining them, and you can see here I showed you a bunch of different colors I tested. Didn't like any of them, so I decided to leave the wood natural, and I really do like that. Now off camera, I do the rest of it. I'm only showing you a little bit of this because there's no need to see the same thing over and over. And now I'm just repeating this on the back. Now, I somehow didn't have my camera on. When I put the word Hello Winter, all I did was looked at a picture, used my pencil, wrote it on there, and then used a jot marker from the Dollar Tree and went over it. It's all handwritten. So sorry that's missing. Now I turned it over and I got this snowflake ornament from the Dollar Tree. And what I'm going to do is cut it right down the middle and then separate it. And I'm going to put some words in between. You'll see what I'm talking about here in a second. This was very easy to cut with scissors, and so I just was able to do that. Now what I'm going to do is figure out the exact placement I want, and then I'm going to hot glue them right on top of this other side of the sign. Now in that space between is where I'm going to put the words, but first I want to make 2 lines. So I'm going to take a little ruler, and with a pencil first I'm going to draw the lines where I want them, one right below the top half of the snowflake and one right above the bottom half of the snowflake. And then I'll take a jot marker and I will go ahead and darken those and make them, obviously more visible with the marker. Now I am going to touch up anything that I messed up with those lines with my white paint, and that way the lines look nice and crisp. And then I'm going to take my jot marker and I'm just going to freehand let it snow. I am looking at a picture. I'm trying to do like a Ray Dunn font. I don't know if I accomplished that, but I'm happy with it. And then I'm going to use some of the white paint and I'm going to touch up wherever I feel like the letters got too close or just didn't look right. And then I'm going to go back, and if I need to touch it up again with the black marker, I'll just do that until it looks just the way I want it. And then I'm going to make my little dots bigger. I'm really loving this sign. I love the winter decor. Let me know what you think. I found this basket at a thrift store. It's super cute and very farmhouse, but I'm not into the color so much, so I'm going to clean it up with my crud cutter. And then I'm going to take my Rust-Oleum linen white chalk paint and I'm going to paint the entire basket. And I'm just using a chippy brush because it's hard to paint these baskets anyway, so I might as well not ruin a good brush. And then I've got this, I want to call it like a placemat or something from Hobby Lobby. I honestly don't remember what it is. It's bigger than a placemat, but I really love it. It's so pretty with the black and white and gray, and it's so farmhouse looking. And what I'm going to do is kind of position it inside of the basket so that I can fold the edges towards the inside underneath, and then I'm going to hot glue it right to the rim around the inside. And then when I get to the two sides, I'm going to kind of pull out the corners a little and then fold it back into the basket and then hot glue and then let it hang over. I know that sounds confusing, so I'm leaving a lot of this in so you can watch what I'm doing and see how I'm securing it and folding it. You could do this any way you want, honestly. Whatever looks good to you. This is what looked good to me, and I really love it. I think it's just so cute. What I love about this basket is that you can use it for, decor with florals or greenery in it, or you could actually put things in it. You could use it like a picnic basket or whatever you want. You could just like display other home decor items in it. I love the versatility of it, and I'm going to use it as a centerpiece, and I'm going to add some beautiful winter greenery, which you will see at the end. And I absolutely love it. It just looks so good on my table. I got this nautical rope at the Dollar Tree. I love the cream color. It actually matches the tassels on the end of this fabric piece. It's a 3-strand cord and I removed one, so it's only 2-strand right now. What I'm going to do is hot glue the end, and I'm going to wrap it around, and then I'm just going to tuck it under on the other end and glue it again, and that will just be a nice place to hold it. I absolutely love how this turned out. I'm so pleased with it. Let me know what you think. This little candle holder is from the thrift store, and I think I got it for 99 cents. I took my Rust-Oleum white linen chalk paint and I decided to cover the entire thing, inside, outside, everything. I'm going to use my Waverly ink chalk paint and a little makeup sponge, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the sponge and wipe most of it off, and then I'm going to kind of touch around the edges and basically just distress it. And once I get all of the edges done, I'm going to go over the rest of it very lightly, but especially around what looks like those little flower shapes around the sides. I'm going to try to get those edges because I think that will really look good. And I actually love the way this is turning out. It's just a nice piece to accent my winter decor, but honestly, you could use this year round. I am excited when I can do something that is that versatile. This is such an easy project, and I'm sure you can find something like this at a thrift store. I'm going to use these little teeny LED votive candles from the Dollar Tree, and I have a little glass kind of container that holds them. I'm going to use a piece of double-sided sticky foam. I'm going to put it on the bottom of the little glass candle holder. I'm going to put that inside because I don't want it moving around because it wouldn't sit still. I tried it without. Then I'm going to add my candle, turn it on, and this is beautiful. It's hard to see in these pictures, but it really looks nice with the little openings on the side. You can see the light shining through, and I love it. And now for one last look at these winter, just beautiful DIYs. I love the two-sided sign, and the basket and the votive candle holder can be used all year round depending on, what you put in the basket. Those two were extremely easy. The double-sided sign was a little bit harder, but totally doable. You can use stickers or a Cricut if you don't want a hand letter. I'm thrilled with how they turned out. I sure hope you guys love them too. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And I want you to know that you are truly a blessing to me. I'm going to put a few more videos up here on this slide, and I think you will really like them if you enjoyed this one. So go ahead and check them out. Don't forget to hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, I hope you'll join me. See you next time.